So we'll call the meeting to order. It is the mission of Montague Area Public Schools to educate and inspire others. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 3, roll call.
Here. Mrs. Palmer. Here. Mr. Rupert.
Here.
Item 4, appoint a Secretary Pro Tem. Michelle, that's your role.
Yeah. This is an agenda to appoint the Secretary Pro Tem.
Motion by Joel.
Support by Emily. Any discussion on that?
This is an action that takes place every January meeting until after the election of the officers.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion passed to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Support. Motion by Rex, support by Nika. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, the next up is public comment portion of the meeting. Excuse me, please. Public comments will be accepted at this time. Each statement shall be limited to 5 minutes duration. Participants shall direct does not respond to citizens' concerns at its meetings. At the citizen's request and board's direction, the superintendent or designee will respond in a timely manner. This meeting is a meeting of the Board of Education in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not considered a public community meeting. Does anyone wish to speak on the list? All right, moving on then. We will be doing the election of officers for 2026. I need a motion for the elections of officers for the year 2026. Is there a motion?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to elect Joel as president on the Area Public School Board for the 2026 calendar year.
For support?
Support.
All right, that was moved by Karen, support by Brent. To have Mr. Smith as president, Amanda Dahl as vice president, and Lori Fuller as treasurer, Cindy Francis as secretary. Any discussion?
Right, where then that could change again unless other changes need to occur in between, which then we would need a motion to do so.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carried. And with that, Mr. President, Joel?
Here.
Moving on to item 8, adoption of meeting schedule. Have a motion to adopt the meeting schedule for the calendar year.
Support.
All right, so I heard you have a motion to adopt the following days for regular scheduled board meetings for the 2026 calendar year. Second Monday, thank you, other month, maybe I put it wrong in my calendar. February 9th, March 9th, April 13th, May 11th, June 8th, July 13th, August 10th, September 14th, August 12th, November 9th, December 14th, and then January 11th of 2027 for our, any discussion?
As you mentioned, second Monday of every month, this is what we have done previously. We feel that those Mondays work well. We'll put community meetings attached to those on many Mondays.
All right. No further discussion? All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed say no. And moving on to item 9, adoption of bylaws. Suggest a motion to adopt the current bylaws for 2026 calendar year with the right to review and revise other bylaws.
So moved.
Support.
Any discussion?
So our bylaws, through our process that we do all our board policies with the company of Neola, on our district's website under Board of Education. They then have policies and bylaws. In the first section, it's labeled bylaws under the 0100.
there,
If you're interested.
is there a zero in there?
Zeros and ones. It's a
Can you name
binary
all the
code.
bylaws?
That's it. Awesome. Any discussion, questions? All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed? SB and MAISD liaison. Do I have a motion to appoint board member?
Do you want to do it?
No. That's why I was gonna make a motion.
How do you do
Make
it?
a motion, let's hear it.
I was gonna make a motion that Joel be keyboard member and Amanda.
Support.
Support? Everybody.
Support.
Oh, you're supporting. I
Yeah.
thought you were asking for support,
No,
like, hey,
no.
hey.
No, I'm
All
supporting.
right, perfect. All right, so discussion would be if that matches what has happened last year, historically fill a board position. I'm fine with that appointment.
Does not, you were actually the alternate last year,
Yeah.
and Joel and Brent was the.
Yeah, I think it just means in terms of president.
Oh, I got you,
president,
yes.
yeah.
I apologize. I
Oh,
was not
Rob.
making the connection.
So one thing I will mention, and I told the MAISD, it's not part of our meeting necessarily, that I will not be able to sit on the floor. So if either of you are interested, or anybody really from our board, in filling that role, it's the Association of School Boards. So basically, it's a board that runs the School Board Association for all the school boards in the county. If anybody's interested, let me know. I'll let them know. So.
Any other comments, Jeff?
This will obviously, the one major task, I guess, would be the trip to Traverse City is
Yeah,
where it's
see
at.
Lansing, Traverse City.
Lansing and Traverse City for the voting aspect of it, but it would be, if for whatever reasons, this would be that individual.
Did you do that?
Delegate assembly.
Yeah, okay. Same. Okay. All right. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Yes.
All opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item 11. Committee appointments.
Support.
So committee appointments as presented are Building and Site, Dahl Francis Rupert. Employee Committee Relations, Francis Neubauer Rath. Finance, Dahl Fulmer Rath. Policy, Fulmer Neubauer Smith. And Superintendent Evaluation, Francis Neubauer.
We have 3 on each one. Is it possible to have more than 3? No? Do we have to have an odd number?
Can't have
If
a
you put a
four.
fourth in it, then it becomes a.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
more
right.
than
So
half.
that's the state. Okay. Makes sense.
That big of an issue, probably not. But we do open them to the public and we do take notes of what takes
Saw
place.
my, saw my brain.
I
was
know,
going,
but
I was
it is much easier as far as the process is concerned. when
Okay.
it was less than 4.
like, all right, makes sense.
Very good. Any other further discussion? All right, moving on to item 12 is a consent agenda. So there are items A through 0, or O, itemizing all of our annual appointments. You want me to go through all these? Like a motion to approve the agenda?
I support it.
Discussion?
So, little change from last year, meaning that anything that has not changed from last year to this year, we have now put on the consent agenda. We did make, in previous years, we've added, and through just some of our
Oh, yeah,
discussions,
we talked last
that we
year.
did not have any changes
So
this year.
appointments for.
So that we can put it in a consent agenda, but obviously, as you can see, administrative assistant becomes the deputy secretary. Public postings, notices would go through that as well. Business affairs would be, the director of business affairs would be the deputy treasurer, which is Stacy Brown. You can see our law firms with Troon and Smith, Huey, right? Stacy Brown is director of business affairs for electronic transfers. Shelby State Bank, Fifth Third, and Muloff is our funding depositories. Superintendent of board of trustee to enter into contractual agreements. District credit cards, lists positions there. And then Edu staff is our only third party for coaches and substitute teachers.
Awesome.
I would like to pay note as far as 2 retirements with Denise Jelinek, who is an LRE aide here within the district, mainly at the middle school for a number of years, and then Ann Sherdam as library aide both at the middle school and high school. Special thank you to them for their many years of service here in the district, and hopefully they enjoy their retirement.
All right, moving on to reports.
All right, we're going to start with some board recognition. January is School Board Recognition Month. So I have a little certificate. Take the top one and pass it to your right, or left in your case. But on behalf of our students, staff, families, and community, I want to extend my sincere appreciation, thoughtful leadership, and a dedication to the success and well-being of our students. The decisions you make, often complex and challenging, help shape the direction of our district and ensure that we remain focused on providing a high-quality education for every learner. Your willingness to serve does not go unnoticed, and I'm grateful for the collaborative relationship we share and for your continued support for our staff, our programs, and the values that define Montague Area Public Schools. And a group of individuals that are going to provide additional things.
Thanks, everybody. We've got a few things for you there on behalf of the administrators, the teachers union, and the support staff union. We've all collaborated together this year to provide something for you to take as a thank you for all that you do for it. In library books, all of the unions and the administrative team, we created an activity fund in every building to support our student groups that pop up, and we don't always have set funding for some of the clubs that are coming up, like we do for athletics. So this will support getting those clubs up and going. So this year the high school is and the middle school with chess clubs going, so that money is going to Tree is using for their news program, their safeties, and to get a few more playground equipment for the elementary. So that'll be donated on behalf of all of the support teachers union, the support staff union, and the administrative team. So, gentlemen, anything you'd like to add?
No, I just appreciate all the time and effort you guys put into this, and hopefully it makes a difference.
A little more personal to my class. I'm a government teacher now, so that's there. And one of the projects we did this year was Michigan government, like government class. But now I think I might have to make a change for a semester exam. Right? Other than that, and I think I do have your daughter in government class. I'm sure she gets a little embarrassed.
She for sure will remember.
Thank you again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's very good.
So yes, as you can see, a little change rather than just the more dollars to clubs or programs, and recognizing those. So a change that I thought was very thoughtful and brought by the organizations here. So thank you for that. Great work.
And Paul, thanks for the idea.
Yeah, well,
Well done.
great. Could not be with us today. She has been quite sick and was unable to make it today.
So I'll speak on behalf of both of us. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for all you do. I'll start out by saying that before we left for the holiday break, we had a lot of activities going on at both the MAC and our shop, which the children come and they can bring money to shop for other members of their family, grandpas and grandmas, aunts and uncles, and so it's really fun to see them, trying to shop for other people, although a few still like to shop for themselves. And then we also had RO, and they did different activities, face painting and reindeer food, and then again, the Santa Secret Shop was open. At RO, we also hosted a first grade holiday concert right before the break, which was very well received and always is like standing room only. And also right before the break, all of the students in kindergarten through 5th grade do beginning of the year, mid-year, and end of year. So that's the mid-year. And parents will receive those results when they get their report cards. The next 2 weeks, this last week and this week, we are doing the NWEA test, the mid-year one. We probably won't get those results until after report cards, just because We have to wait till the window closes and then able to print out everyone's, but we will get those to parents. Means we'll give parents access through Power School, through their portal, to be able to access for the elementary and for the MAC, similar to what middle and high school has in line for right now. And then last but not least, Bookworms is going strong. Karen Snyder, she's our literacy coach, and then Jen Stoneman and myself. We have been last week and this week, and then moving into next week, we're doing learning walks. And what that looks like is not really evaluating teachers, but consistent evidence that there's planning and that those strategies are in place and that the materials are being used as they're indicated. So it's been already, we hit the ground running in January, and I don't think there'll be an end till we're out in June. So again, thank you for all your support. And I do want to give a double thank you for those notes that you write, because they are very...
At the middle school, that week before Christmas break, we had a holiday spirit week. Lots of kids dressing up. It was a really fun time to be around the building. Now that we've come back, we're wrapping up competitive cheer. They have 2 more competitions, and then they're done, and girls basketball will start. The wrestling team has already started practicing. They're about 2 weeks from their first meet, so already back into winter sports again. We librarian, or I guess we will hire once you approve the hire of Ryan Jones. She was around the building today and started getting a feel for the library here at NBC. Will be at the high school tomorrow morning. Our Pokemon Club finished their 5-week session right before Thanksgiving break. Lots of kids playing Pokemon games after school. They did that every Monday for 5 weeks, and they had a great time. Thanks to Mr. Nesbitt for running that club for us. And next up, we'll have Chess Club, which will get going here soon. Mr. Nesbitt runs that as well. There's about 35 kids that have signed up to go play chess after school on Mondays with Mr. October. When's it going to start? The semester ends on Friday, so we've got 8th graders prepping for exams for the first time. So the nervous energy in the building, which is a nice step for them as they work towards high school to get their first couple of cracks at exams before it really counts for credit. So one of the ways we help prep them for that. And as of now, all of our 6th graders have made their elective choice. They've been through all the rotations with the band and the choir, art and PE. So we have over 50% of the kids in the grade that have chose band and choir, which is a pretty good number for us. The next thing we're going to see now is will we retain them longer. We usually had 65 or 70% who signed up by the semester. A good chunk of them would drop off, so that we would lose quite a number of them. So now we're going to see how does that stay. Since they've had a chance to really try it, they know what they want to do. We're hoping that those will be the kids that are going to commit with instruments in, and she and Scott have worked really well on that to get that together. So that's it for NBC.
All right, the high school, we had a community day the day before break. Always a crazy day for me, but it's nice for everyone else to be able to do some fun things with students outside of maybe some super strict academics. Everything from making origami trees to playing ping pong to lifting. It was a fun afternoon, and then we invited Mrs. Wood to come in, and she led our holiday assembly at the end of the day. Even brought back some old costumes and snowflakes from back in the day, so the kids really enjoyed that too. We are in exam week, like Mr. Crow said, at the high school. We have 2 exams Wednesday, 2 Thursday, 2 Friday. So they have a competition on Wednesday that they will be heading to. Robotics had their kickoff on Saturday, so they are also rolling. If you drove by the middle school, they're over there right now. Chess Club, they host a home meet tomorrow. So if you didn't know, Chess Club now, we are actually part of the league, so it's part of the conference. It's really exciting. So part of your donation will go to cover some costs for hosting that conference tournament, but they're really excited about that. Winter athletes continue to work. Bowling, our boys won the Whitehall trophy again. You will see that up in the front trophy case. Fortunately, the ladies just missed it, but they're hoping to get that back next year. They're won or placed in every tournament they have gone to so far this year, and Isaac French just earned his 100th win on Saturday, so his name will go on the wall in the gym. FFA, we have a State Star finalist. Last time I told you we had 3 that were in the running, and now Dylan Bailey will be up on the big stage at the state convention. He is one of the top 3 in the state. District, I'll stop in and see some presentations that day. They can be very interesting. 10th grade, 28th. And they start around 1:30. They start as soon as they can because it does go into the evening. 10th grade will be touring the CTC on January 30th. So they've already had a presentation from the CTC. They go there to visit, and then they will meet with Mr. Patton if they are Mr. Patton. He, because we did not replace our college advisor this year, we hired Mrs. Kiley as our student support counselor. Mr. Patton has taken over the college and career readiness type things. He's doing a great job, but he is now getting into his busy season of sitting down with every senior and making sure they have a plan for post-graduation. There's a Grand Valley trip, I believe, next week. So there's lots of things going on there too. If you're a parent of a senior and you haven't done your FAFSA, I don't know what you're waiting for as well. And then if you haven't seen our Students of the Month from last month, they are still on the wall, so check those out. They were not up last board meeting. Check those up on your way out because they will probably be replaced tomorrow. So, but our Students of the Month also get some extra privileges. They get to eat in the cat cave. They get a t-shirt, so we're really trying to promote that.
Christy,
Yes.
the chess club tournament is here tomorrow. What time is
No,
it?
here, it's in the library. I don't remember what time they start. 5? I'll have to look at my calendar quick. Do you see it on?
Let me see.
But I would encourage you, if you're interested, to come and watch. I went in last year, actually had a group of students that we were at a basketball game, and they said, "Can you go watch chess?" I said, "I don't know, let's go find out." So you have to be quiet, you can't talk, but you can go and walk around a little. And
I believe there's an earlier start, maybe.
Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, principals, for your updates. Moving into some superintendent comments, please note new hire Carter Pearson, a Whitehall High School graduate, along with Eastern Michigan graduate, are joining us here as a floater position, but with some upcoming retirements, we'll take on a position posting for the district. So anyone, we're always looking for more custodial help in that process. Also, superintendent updates. Today started a new school resource officer, Dan Dice, with the Montague Police Department. She'll be joining us next board meeting so that we can get some eyes and the familiarity of his face. But he has started today in that role. Dan Dice, he is a Harts graduate, but has been with Montague Police Department for a couple years now. Has experience both in Oceana County. Just note the heartfelt loss of Rick Baxter, a current bus aide and lunch aide at RRO. Our thoughts are with him, as well as a former teacher, Coach Charlie Michelson, in his recent passing as well at 91 years old. Great life, but very instrumental in my growth as a person. So kudos in that process as well. And then anticipate postings for a new board position. Brent Rath is very close to finalizing the signing of his homestead of residence in the district, which will have a date on it, and we'll make sure that for the upcoming, depending on some time frames here in the next week or so, I'll communicate as to when that will start and when it will end. And either for the February or March meeting, we will have to vote for that position. Okay, that is it for superintendent comments.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it. Moving on to number 14, new business. So we're going to talk about consideration of the do I have a motion to consider.
Support.
So I have a motion to approve the second reading and adoption of policy 5117.
Discussion?
Discussion.
All right, so as you may or may not remember, 5517.01 is bullying and other aggressive behavior towards students. There were a number of different changes. Within that, the way it was originally presented, it was felt to be very broad and unmanageable for a district standpoint, especially on the outside of school premise. And so just taking out, as you can see, on the actual wording, the things that were taken out or could have been added, I should say, not could have been added. And then the green would be the area that was added based upon the anti-bullying policy through Michigan State is considered manageable in terms of, but for compared to the previous noted policy.
Any questions, discussion? All right, all those in favor of adopting the policy?
Yes.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item B, so motion to approve the following technology infrastructure bids as presented to be funded through E-rate and general funds.
So moved.
Discussion?
So E-rate is a federal program that helps school districts fund certain technology infrastructure upgrades. It is important to note that this is not a full extent of our E-rate funding. We will continue to have additional E-rate funds available over the next 3 to 5 years, although we have not yet received our total to assist us with navigating the bidding process and securing E-rate funding. Steve Denniston, Tech Director, works closely with the representative through the process, and all required documentation has been organized and made available in your Google Drive folder. The E-rate project bid summary provides a low-level overview of the bids. We have received the bids for these projects and are bringing a recommendation to the board for this approval. As a reminder, 80% of the cost of these projects is covered through the E-rate funding. So as you can see, the three major come from turnkey, which is $22,646.42. The general fund will pay the $4,529.28 with the E-rate, the remaining $18,117.14. Note this is higher, the $2,500 higher than AMCOM, but the board AMCOM would have required the district to provide those services, so we felt that those services would cost. More than that, this project is anticipated to begin July 1. MHS and NBC Fiber, once again, through the E-rate, the upgrade to middle school and high school fiber through Vector Technologies, $50,955. This we believe, we're still trying to get the exact date on that, but with the MHS and NBC, all these fiber were initially associated with the Muskegon area ISD fiber work that took place in 2005. So this is over 20 years old in this process, and we feel that we need to have this upgrade. The wireless access points are the last ones in this one as well. The cost to the district is $107,525 for Vector Technologies. General fund will pay $21,505 with the E-rate $86,020. And this will also be anticipated to start in June as well.
Do you have any comments or?
We have a good relationship working with Vector. We have not worked with Turnkey yet. But I know many of our projects go through Vector. Very happy with the work they do. Really, they're a clear-cut choice. I mean, as far as it came in quite a bit lower than other bids.
That's good. I didn't know that we had experience. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, we've worked with them quite a bit. Yes.
They were
so they know our system well.
They weren't interested in the stadium, but that's just not theirs. They don't do outdoor work as much or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they did not bid on that.
So what is that? Can you just kind of let us know a little bit what that means? That they didn't have all of the parts and pieces we needed?
So in a scope of work, when we provide that scope of work, they might not address every bit of that scope of work, which then create it to be an incomplete bid. I don't know. I know, obviously, we talked. Do you remember the incompleteness of what the actual bid was, or Stacy?
What's the name of the provider?
Electronica.
Yes.
Electronica, or the other one would have been for the wireless was Intercom. And
I
then
think
the-
Intercom only bid for the 20 additional ones, right? They didn't bid for the whole project.
Yeah, that says they're not compatible.
So that would be the incomplete part of it.
Yeah, that would be the incomplete, okay.
Yeah, if you think of it like a house, Karen, they went out with the bid and they said you need to build the house and do the doors and windows.
Okay.
And a couple of the vendors came back and said, we build the house, we're not gonna do the doors. And another one came back and said, we build the house, we're not gonna do the doors and windows. So you have a choice to accept that and then take another vendor for the other piece. Or usually what you're gonna wanna do is
Get it all.
get it all at once, do one vendor.
Thank you. Makes sense.
Do you have any experience with turnkey?
I don't, we work with Vector Tech on the gym. Most of the hardware and they configured it all once we got it up. So yeah, I don't have any experience working with turnkey at all.
Any other questions, discussion? All those in favor?
Yes.
All opposed, no. Motion passes. Item 15 is adjournment. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Support.
All those in favor say yes.
Wow, dude, right there.
Wow.
Right.
So gets those meetings rolling.
So, getting a request.